An ongoing international struggle over child custody has New Jersey in the spotlight. David Goldman of Tinton Falls continues to fight in the Brazilian courts for the return of his 8-year-old son. As Adrian Sapino reports, no less than President Obama and U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton have pressed for Sean's return.
This was the last day that I was with Sean. I took him to the Point Pleasant amusement park.
David Goldman is nearly 5 years into a father's nightmare. In 2004, he got a call from his wife, Bruna, saying she was not coming back with their 4-year-old son, Sean. David thought Bruna had taken the boy on a 2-week vacation to her native Brazil. He even dropped them off at the airport.
3 days later, my mom remembers it as Father's Day. That she calls and says, "We need to talk. You're a great guy. You're a wonderful dad. You're the best dad I can ever imagine for our son, but our love affair is over. I decided to stay in Brazil where I am known. And if you ever want to see Sean again, you need to come down here immediately, meet with my attorney, sign 10 pages of legal papers that he drew up."
David didn't sign them and fought for custody, but the Brazilian courts ruled in the child's mother's favor, although she had broken the law. David Goldman didn't see Sean for 4 years.
There's her and I.
David had met Bruna while modeling in Italy. Bruna was a fashion student. They married in Eatontown, New Jersey, and were raising Sean there. Back in Brazil, Bruna had obtained a divorce from David under Brazilian law and remarried into a prominent Brazilian family. Then last year, she died in childbirth. David renewed efforts to win back his son, this time from Bruna's new husband, who in a stunning move took custody of the child.
So all of a sudden, a new guy comes in. So it's not Bruna and David, here comes new guy. And now seems to, in Brazil, have more rights to my child than I do.
Sean's stepfather was granted provisional guardianship. His family maintains that David is an unfit father, pointing to lack of child support. This winter, a panel of judges finally granted David some mercy. They decided the case would be heard in Brazil's federal court, which has the jurisdiction to rule in the context of the Hague Convention Treaty, which protects children from international abduction.
The keeping of this child in Brazil is clearly in violation of the Hague Convention. So I've worked through the State Department, through the administration, to keep the pressure on Brazil.
The latest court ruling also allowed David a visit with Sean after more than 4 years. He has since had a second brief visit.
How did it go when you saw Sean recently?
The first visit was beautiful. We met, we played basketball. Congressman Smith was there, a U.S. consular officer was there, and it was wonderful. It was beautiful, except I had to leave him there.
Goldman is awaiting a date for the federal trial in Brazil. He believes the bond between father and child is strained but unbreakable. Adrian Sapino, NJN News, Tinton Falls.